What's up, everybody? So for today's lesson, we are going to talk about the file download in a Flutter using this deal package. Along, we'll also talk about the cancel token in the deal, which you can cancel the download and restart it again. If you are new to my channel, feel free to reach out to my channel page and you will find a bunch of Flutter tutorial there. So far we have covered a Flutter GetX tutorial, a Flutter UI tutorial, Flutter network tutorial, Flutter widget tutorial, and the programming language tutorial. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, some of my content, and open the notification so you won't miss out the latest Flutter tutorial. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. We're going to open the Visual Studio Code and the iOS emulator. And I will give you a quick demo how this downloading file works in the Flutter. So as you see in my emulator, I have a download button, and also I have this cancel button which can cancel my currently download, and I also have this delete button to delete the file after I download it. So let's click this button. When I click, you will see this progress bar indicate I starting to download the file, and I can cancel it anytime. And when I successful download it, I can delete. For now, the delete button is disabled since it's on process. So let's cancel this download process. And when I trying to hit this delete button, you can see in the console the file doesn't exist, so we are not able to delete it. And I will show you in the code how I achieve these. So let's look at our Mindmap. So for the download, first thing you're going to configure where you're going to store your file. So here I'm using a library which called path provider. So we will get a temporary directory which is the cache that will be cleared by the system. And another one is we can get the application document directory. So the file stored in this part won't be cleared by the system, and you just need to clear it manually. So let's look at this library on the website. When you go to the pub.dat website and you search this path provider, you will see this documentation. In order to use it, we need to go to our pub species YAML file, and as you see, I already included in line 40 under our dependence tag. So we will put here and just save the pub species YAML file. In the Flutter project, we're going to install the library, and then you're going to import the path provider in our deal file download. And I declare the variable which is called a destination path. So I using this let keyword, and I will going to initialize this destination path inside this onInState method. So in the initial state, I will first call this get application document directory, and I will since this is a synchronized approach, so I using this len keyword, and I will store this directory append with the file I'm going to download. So in this demo, I'm going to download a Google Chrome for my Mac OS. So the file extension is DMG. So I just append this file with extension to the part, this temporary part which I obtain after I get this application document directory. For the percentage indicator, I'm going to use another third-party library which is called percentage indicator. Let's show you. When you go to PubDev and you search percentage indicator, you will find this library with thousands of likes. And here I'm going to use the linear percentage indicator in my project. So let's back to the code, and since as the pub provider, I'm going to import a library. As you see here, line 43, I import a library and save the code. The Flutter project, we're going to install this dependent for us. And back to this file download. And in order to show these progress, we're going to use this class, which is called linear percentage indicator. We have a percentage that accept this double. And let's see, this is download ratio. So for the download ratio, initial I assign 0. When I start download, I'm going to update its state. So let's see, I have a download method, download file method. Inside this download file, I'm going to update this download ratio. Right? Will be the received part divide the total part. I will talk about this method in detail later. So back to this Mindmap file. And also we're going to use this cancel token inside the deal package to cancel our delete. In order to use this cancel token, there are some procedure we're going to follow. So first you're going to construct your cancel token, and then you append this cancel token to the request. For example, we're going to sending the get request. We're using deal.get and append our token, cancel token, to this request. And then whenever we call a token.cancel, it will cancel our request. And you can assign any messages within this method. You will show on the console. There is something you need to pay attention when you cancel your request. The app will throw the deal arrow, and the deal arrow type is cancellation. So you're going to check if the deal arrow is equal the cancellation. Depends on the deal arrow type, you're going to handle it. Okay, let's back to the code, and we will start from the top. So first I declare this file download class, which extends the stateful widget, and the state going to manage is called file download state. So inside the class file download state, we declare some variable. So the first one is download part. So we could change this download part. And first I'm going to show you is how to download the bigger file. So we could cancel it, right? And then I can show you how to download an image, because image is pretty small compared to these DMG file. So it's instantly finished. So you don't see this cancel anyway. So another one is this destination part. I mark it as late keyword because I'm going to initialize it inside the initial state. So for our cancel token, I'm going to initialize this cancel token inside this download file method. Right? I'm going to construct the new cancel token each time for downloading file. So the reason I'm doing this because if I construct these cancel token in here, so there will be the send token. And you know, when you're sending the request, each request is different. So we must declare this cancel token inside this download file method. So there will be a different every time. So you can cancel this as many times as you want. If you declare in this line 21, you construct your cancel token here. That means you can only cancel once for your request. So that means when I click this download file, I can cancel for the first time, and then when I start again, I press this cancel button, the whole application will crash. Next, a variable is downloading. So initialize, I'm going to give it false. So when it turns to true, I'm going to hide this delete button, make it disable. So for the double type of this download ratio, I've set it at 0% initially, and as you see, we have this text widget contain these 0.00% download indicator. This is a string type. We're going to using string interpretation to change when the download start. Okay, let's scroll down. Yeah, we already talked about this initial state method. We're going to assign this part to our destination part. And for this screen, we wrapped inside the scaffold widget, and we're using the center widget to center this column. And so let's scroll down. We have this row widget. The row widget has 3 buttons. One is download, which is elevated button, and then we have a cancel button and the delete button, right? So in the download button, we have a method which is download file will be triggered, and for the cancel button, we have a cancel download will be triggered. So for the delete button, we have a delete file, a method will be triggered. Okay, so scroll down, we have this linear percent indicator. Okay, and also we have test widget to show these percentage. For this linear percentage indicator, I also wrapped inside this expanded widget. That means take as much as possible to fit this row, right? So since this text widget only took very little weight, so it won't cause any problem if you're using like this. Okay, let's scroll down to the download file method. For the download file method, we took 2 parameters. The first one is download part, and another one is the destination part. So the download part is the URL we're going to download. So inside this download file, first we construct this cancel token. Then we have this downloading reset to true when the user press this download button, and we're using the deal download method append with our download part, destination part, and also the cancel token. When you move your mouse, you will see this download file also receive these void function as the argument. So we will call it on receive, right? So the first parameter is the receive, and the second parameter is the total. So I just name it received and the total. So if the total no equals to -1, that means we don't have any error occur. So we could start download file, and we will check if the cancel token is canceled. If it's no canceled, we're going to change the state for this progress indicator. So first we will change this download ratio by assigning to this receive divide by the total. If the download ratio is equal to 1, which we finish the download, we're going to change this downloading to false, right? And also for this download indicator, which is a string, so we're going to use this download ratio times 100, and we use toString as a fixed method, and we will change this text as well. Okay, that is for the download file. As you see, we're using this try catch block because, as I mentioned, we're using this cancel token. So whenever we cancel this process, you'll throw this steel arrow, and the arrow type is the cancellation. So we're using cancel token dot is cancel, and we pass this arrow to this method. If it's cancellation, we will print in a debug console like a request is cancelled. Right? Otherwise, we just capture the normal arrow. Okay, that's for our file download method. And next is the cancel download method. It's simple and quite straightforward. So first we're going to check if the download ratio is less than 1. And if it's less than 1 means we can cancel it. So we just call cancel token.cancel, right? And we can change this downloading status to false. And we call set state method and change this progress indicator and the text. Okay, that's for the cancel download. The next one is this delete file. So for the delete file, we're going to receive this destination part. And first, we're going to construct this file using the destination part. If the file exists, we're going to delete. Otherwise, we will throw the arrow, right? We using this try catch block, and for the catch, we just throw the arrow. If the destination part is correct, we will obtain this download file. But we will check if the download file exists. If it exists, we're going to call file.delete method. Otherwise, we just print the file doesn't exist. When I delete the file, we're going to set the state to the initial. Okay, means I'm going to change downloading to false, image file to none. This one is, let's comment it out first, and download ratio to 0 and download indicator to 0%. Okay, I will comment this out when we change the download the URL to the image. Okay, so let's save it, and we're going to test it. So first, let's click this download button. So when I click the download, it starts to download. Okay, and we could cancel it anytime when I press this cancel button. When download start, the delete button is disabled. Okay, so let's cancel it. Let's look at the console. It means the request is canceled. Right, and we could start again. Okay, let's cancel it. And now I'm going to replace this download URL to an image. So just comment this out, and uncomment this part. So for the image file, so let's scroll down, and we will check if the image file is none. If it's not, we are not showing anything. Otherwise, we're going to show the image. Right, so scroll down to the download file. Okay, we're going to assign this file to our image file. Okay, after the download success. Okay, and for delete, we're going to delete our image. Okay, so let's save it. Since we change this variable, we're going to restart our application. Okay, now our application are able to download the image, which is a Flutter logo. So let's press this download. Okay, it's just cost 1 second, so I haven't got chance to cancel it. So it indicates we successful download this file, and it's shown on the screen, right? Let's try to delete it. When I press the delete, you will see the delete file success. Okay, so when I click delete again, it will show the file doesn't exist. Okay, right. Okay, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. We go over through how to download a file using the deal package, and also show you how to use this cancel token to cancel the request. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, sum up my content, and open the notification so you won't miss out any latest Flutter tutorial. Okay, thanks for watching. I will see you in next one.